Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Sargel18. Episode 41 of Unchained, The Great Deception in Revelation. What was, is, and what will be. I'm going to go into this tonight, and it's a short video. It's a short video, but I'm going to go into it, and then afterwards, I'm going to show you a bunch of neat pictures that I hardly show the public because they're not the the kapow pictures, like the demons and the dinosaurs and dragons and stuff, and all the other stuff. But they are just as important, and they have a function, and they're really cool. And I have tons of them, so stay tuned at the end. As I said, this is going to be a short video, but I want to talk about this because I believe it's extremely important. Now, the Bible mentions deception in Revelation, and what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to put, hold on, the picture up, and then I'm going to read it off to the right, and then go and then come back. So here we are. Hold on. Get this. Please pay attention to this because it's important, and it's important for the whole video. Hold on. All right. Now this is in the Bible. Usually when people speak of the great deception, they refer to Thessalonians 2:11, which predicts that God will, in the end times, send a powerful, and in end times judgment, that God in end times judgment will send a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie. This great deception is associated with the satanic work of the Antichrist and his displays of powers through signs, wonders that serve the lie. The same passage in Thessalonians also speak of the great apostasy that will take place before the man of lawlessness is revealed, the Antichrist. Similar apostasies are predicted elsewhere. The Spirit clearly says that in later times, some will abandon the faith and follow deceiving spirits, demons, and things taught by demons. Timothy 4:1. Of course, people are complicit in the deception, for they reject the truth and prefer lies. For the time will come when people will not put up with sound doctrine. Instead, to suit their own desires, they will gather through them a great number of teachers to say what their itching ears want to hear. They will turn their ears away from the truth and turn aside to myths. And that's 2 Timothy 4-3-4. All right. Okay, here we are back. I left that up there so you can read it on your own in the video, but it's very important, and it basically describes what we have gone through recently, what we are still going through until Trump takes the presidency, and what will come, leading up to the 7 years of trials, tribulations, and then the War of 34. So let's get to it. All right, now I'm going to talk about deception in Revelation. And remember, Lucifer is the king of lies, deception, and vulgar actions. He is the one causing revelation by 2,000 years worth of deception. Now let's take a look at the times we are now living in, and let's see if the Bible holds up about deception in Revelation and what we're going through. Now let's look at the word deception itself. Excuse me. Now let's look at the word deception. Deception means the action of deceiving someone. And in the case of the Luciferian revelation, which we are going through biblically and politically, The act of causing someone to accept as true or valid what is false and invalid. In other words, lie, being deceptive. Unfortunately, I can use our current state of politics again as a way to show you my point. And that's terrible. But everybody knows what happened. Everybody's aware, and everybody's seeing now how the other side just admits we lied about everything. That's incredible. Okay, in 2016, Hillary and Trump raced for president. Everything about the Clintons is deceptive, but Hillary is a 5 conjuncting Scorpio exalted in the 8th house of Scorpio, and extremely evil. If all my 6 planets in Scorpio were in the 8th house instead of the 5th house of childlike nature and the sun, I could either walk on water or be the Antichrist. That's how powerful I would be. Thank God she lost to Trump, and instead of accepting the defeat, she orchestrated and paid for all the lies about Trump and never stopped. She would have made Biden, if she became president, look like playtime. Hillary, whoa. I don't even know how much of her is human left. Probably all demonic. Because there's one that would sell their soul, bang, in an instant for power. Now, then again, with Trump as president, they made up story after story. Russian collusion, fascists, crook, and so on. Everything they accused him of was one deceptive lie after another to take control of you. Everything they said he did has been proven false. Even the raid on Mar-a-Lago, because he had leftover presidential papers, which every president is allowed to have, that was a proven deception, because Biden had papers that he wasn't allowed to have in his open garage next to his Corvette. And why? Because at the time, he had never been president. So he wasn't able to have those papers like Trump was. And they did nothing to him. Deception through false witness of Trump and false action against another human being. All Luciferian stuff. Then came Biden, in league with Lucifer to destroy everything that made America and the world great. I don't have to go any further into it, because you all lived through the lies and deception, and he almost destroyed us. Everything he said and did was a lie. To keep the demise of America going. Terrible business, I tell you. They tried every deceptive trick in the book on American voters, and it failed. Just like always, Lucifer used his own deception to raise the possessed to power, and when they were blinded by power and ego, he pulls the rug out from underneath them. It happens every time, but still they are conniving new deceptions to take over, thinking we won't notice, and in 2027 they will rise up and set forth the 7 years of tribulation, the road to the apocalypse in 2034, and remember the War of 34. And Lucifer will go into full swing at that point. So all who hear me need to start looking at deception in the world and in your personal life. When you see or hear deception, think about how it makes you feel. Take that feeling and listen to it. I mean, really listen to it. For deception will be everywhere soon enough, and you should be ready for it. This is so important, folks, to learn how to recognize deception and not be caught off guard by it. So please review this again if you have to, and what the Bible says about it, and relate it to what you know and what's going on, and you'll see the Bible and this in Revelation in this passage is right on the money. All right, so now I'm going to show you some really cool pictures, a bunch of them, of beings from the multiverse that I don't really talk about much, as I said, because they're not the Big Bang pictures, but they still are just as important. So let's start. This is a probe. Now, these probes started coming in July of 1998, and this particular one was coming right at me. I was standing on a hill under the bridge, and this sucker hit me. Hold on. Here's a better picture, closer of it. This sucker hit me. Yep, and it hit me right on my arm as it went by, and it felt like light, not solid jello, like a jello-y substance, and it hit my arm and went right on past me. Here I brought down the contrast so you can see what it's made of. You can see it's in like round saucer-like particles. It's just traveling extremely fast, and it's that's what it is. That's it. That's the beginning and the end of that thing, of this probe. And I call them probes because immediately I realized they were picking up information as it traveled around, all around the country and all around the world. These things are going, just picking up information. Now, these are some of those slugs, those light slugs that attach themselves to people, normally around their ankles or legs. This is out over the river about 40, 50... No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's under the bridge. Okay, these are the bridge lights on top. So it's under the bridge about 40, 50 feet away from me. I must got my pictures messed up. And, no, my info. But there it is. It's just crawling along, wiggling in midair. Now here, this one is a completely different color. This is what I call a light rod, the real light rods, not the fake ones that were coming out in the 90s by individuals out west. These things, they're traveling, some of them are weaponized, and I caught this picture, and this is down by where contact happened. It's got to be almost 100 feet away from me, so this thing is pretty large as it went by. Here, I took a close-up of it so you can see. And the reason that it's that color is because of the frequency that it is. It's vibration. And picked it right up. That's great. It was a perfectly clear picture. Now, here, I think I brought the contrast down on this one, too. Yeah, so you can actually see where it starts and finishes. And it's just traveling along. And it's neat, and they're there. I must have 1,000 pictures like this of these things, different colors, different shades, but all these things. I'll eventually put them all up. What do we have here? Yes, this is about 60 to 80 feet away from me, down by the vortex area, and this one's up in a tree. And behind it is just like dark mountains. The bridge is behind my back, facing my back, away from this. So there it is. Now, I don't have much interaction with these things, except that I see them all the time and I take their picture. Here I did a close-up so you can actually see it. It's wiggling right up there in a tree. It don't feel the tree. It goes right through the tree like it's air, like it's not even there. So this is a great picture. All of these are extremely clear too. Now, a bunch more pictures. Sometimes, now these type bullet type things, I'm really not quite sure what they completely are, but I do know this. The United States government and DARPA is involved in their manufacturing and creation. And these are flying around all over the place. This one is a neat color. Here, I'll give you a close-up. Here we go. There I brought down the contrast. See, they're actually like saucer-shaped almost, and they're traveling so fast. But there I brought down so you can see it a little more clearly. I don't think most people even have these, but it's just me. Yeah, what can you do? Now this one here, just to show you, this coming, I scared it. I scared it. It took off in front of me. It was down on the ground by the grass, and it took off. When it took off, I clicked the picture, and I got it. Under the bridge. Now this one's neat. This is the one where I showed you that you can actually see. Now that's about 40, 50 feet away from me, going up towards underneath the bridge. You can actually see its mouth if you look very closely, especially to the insert I did on the right. See that round mouth with like lights around it? Yeah, that's the thing that sucks onto your soul. And once it latches on, it's like a leech. Here, I brought it up. You can see a little closer. See that round, circly, well, almost round, circly type mouth with little lights in the center? That's the thing that latches onto you and will influence or possess you, depending on how strong your will is. Now, this one here is very interesting. What this is, these are two light beings. One on January 26, 1999, and January 27, 1999. 2 different days. I was going towards the bridge, and I was going through and going to walk down the path to the vortex, and I heard something, and I turned and I shot the picture on the 26th, and I got that. Now, I came back the next night, and just to see whether or not it was still hanging out, I went down a little bit by. You can still see the no trespassing sign on the fence behind it, which is, well, that's got to be at least 60 or 80 feet away from it. And I shot and got it again, but in a different form. Now, what you're looking at right here, light from my camera flash travels at 186,000 miles a second. That's how fast light is. Now, what this is proving here is that these two beings are faster than the speed of light. How is that? Look, they start, they stop. They turn, they turn again. They start, stop, turn. You can see the little in-betweens and all that. All in the time that the light traveling past it at 186,000 miles a second, they move that fast in that time. These two pictures are just super incredible. Super incredible. As good as any picture that I have from the vortex of beings and all and dragons. These two pictures. And I have it all in video and everything, so that's all. That's all there. Now, right, for this last one, I just threw this in. This is interesting. I haven't seen this. I've never shown this picture live, so this is it. Here we have a woman, female type creature up to the top right. There's my favorite tree there. And down below it, we have this creature looking thing, kind of like a lion head being going in front of it, moving along. Again, extremely clear pictures. Now here, I did a little enhancement on her so you can get a better look at her features. You see her eyes, her hair, her chin, her nose, mouth, neck. I couldn't get the rest of the body, but hey, there she is. Another unknown picture from Sergio Latein's evidence pile from the Wanacue vortex. Well, I hope that my talk about deception ignites a little thing inside you. Because it's important. I told you we have 2 years ahead of us to build, to save, to get to somewhere where we can feel safe after that in our lives. To check out who's screwing with us, who's not screwing with us, who is either possessed around us or being influenced by evil beings and demonic beings, and the way that makes you feel. That's what I said. You hold that with you, because when you're walking along, you're in a group, and somebody says something, and it makes you feel that way, you're picking up subconsciously that they're bullshitting, that they're being deceptive. So you just log it away, and you go about your business, but you protect yourself by not being involved. And we have Christmas coming, and there's a lot of great, interesting things happening in America as we prepare for the new president. And I hope my videos help you. Oh, I do want to mention, when I mentioned in another video that the reason people have so many tattoos, like on their fingers, their eyelids, their face, everywhere, every inch of their body, is because that's what demons do in hell. I didn't mean that those people are bad that have it, these people alive that have this. What I mean is that influence works its way in somehow into society, and demons love to paint their bodies with blood and make tattoos all over them. That's what I mean by that. Not that the people that have all these tattoos, some of them are assholes, I'm quite sure. But not that everyone is and all that. Hey, I don't care how many tattoos you have. What I care about is how it jumped to human society from hell. So, I want everybody to please stay prayed up. Have a great beginning of Christmas holiday. And peace out.